Well, someone left me a message in my DM, and also left some comments on one of the posts I made regarding the situation of politics, the political situation in Nigeria. But this is actually an interesting take. It's actually the tale of two tribes. The Yoruba Igbo tribes are actually at loggerheads on social media. It's actually becoming something of an embarrassment to the entire country, our nation, Nigeria. The way they actually go after each other, they take on each other on every issues that crops up as we go along. But unfortunately, this rivalry is now becoming involving elements of hate, elements of intimidation, some elements of harassment, and so on and so forth. But let's really look at this. I'm just quickly going to be looking at the tale of two tribes, the history, a snapshot of the history of the Yoruba and the Igbos, which is quite a very funny one, though, because looking at what's been involved over the years and looking at how the two tribes actually relate and are intertwined in a lot of ways. You understand? Let's really look at this. The Yoruba Igbo story is one of rivals who cannot separate, partners who cannot fully trust each other, and siblings locked in tense embrace under the fragile umbrella called the Nigerian state. That's an interesting one. Right. And although the 2023 presidential election reignited the tension with the Igbos, between the Igbos and Yorubas, with legal politics framed as Yoruba versus Igbo rivalry. Again, we know what happened in 2023. We know how the election is actually polarized the nation. How not just the Igbos, not just the Yorubas. Let's really look at this. It hasn't just polarized these two tribes that have been in rivalry, it actually polarized the nation, because a lot of people actually were expecting Obi to be declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election. But we got who we got. We got President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is incumbent president, which is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he's actually done the declaration. INEC's declaration actually was in the expectation of Nigerians, and actually caused a lot of division, a lot of bitter rivalry, a lot of commotion, a lot of things has been happening since then, and it's actually reignited this rivalry between these two tribes, which is the Igbo and the Yorubas. And since then, a lot's happening in Lagos State, which, if you're very familiar with what's happening in Lagos State, a lot is actually happened in Lagos State. You understand? Houses have been demolished under the pretext of not proper documentation, not proper wherever permission or wherever it is, and shops have been destroyed. Then came the landmark issue. Then came a lot of things came up since then. A lot of things has come up since then, which is, again, if you look at it, if you're someone that tends to look at things on the surface, you're not going to see the link. You're not going to see the connection. You're not going to notice the link between this rivalry and incidents that are actually happening across Lagos State. But again, if you look deep into the history of these two tribes, you notice it's just more than what you see on the surface. There's actually a lot going on beneath the surface. And Igbos are actually currently at the receiving end of all this. Pardon me if I say this. Again, I am entitled to my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. Please pardon me if I say this, but I will say it regardless. The Igbos are actually at the receiving end of all of this. You understand? And they're not taking it very lightly. They're not taking it very kindly. You understand? Because they felt they have been so marginalized in this entity we call Nigeria, that they've been so politically marginalized. In every way they've been marginalized. They feel they have been marginalized. But again, this is something it's up to you how you decide to your perspective is how you decide to look at this. You understand? Again, it's up to you. Please do leave me a comment. I'm happy to listen to your comment. I'm happy to read your comment. I'm happy to respond to your comment. I will give you, I promise you, I will give you a measured response to your comments. You understand? Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. I will respond adequately. I promise you. You understand? Okay. So, despite the 2023 presidential election that's actually reignited the tension, these two tribes, like we know, they're in bed with each other. They love each other. You understand? I don't see what, sometimes the rivalry, sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, I'm laughing. It's a sweet, bitter rivalry. We know Nigerians. We know what we are. We know who we are. You understand? Let's not take it to the extreme. So let's really look at, despite this rivalry, yet the Igbos, Yorubas, at the grassroots level, Yorubas and Igbos live side by side. Yes, they do. They live side by side. In cities like Lagos, they intermarry. This is what really worries me. You got two enemies that pretend to be enemies. They're actually very good neighbors, are very good friends. They've got rivalry. They intermarry. And they run businesses together. And they despite showing a paradox of what? Closeness and distrust. Despite the paradox of closeness and distrust, they still do things together. But what really worries me in the last couple of weeks and the last couple of months is the level to which this is now degenerated into, which is why this person has actually left me this comment. I'm sure one of the reasons which this person have left me a comment to say, please, can you use your outlet to actually talk about this? Right. So I will be sharing this message so you can also say it. It says to me, it said, hi. It said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. It says, please use your outlets to tell Nigerian YouTubers, to stop fanning the embers of hate. Please, if you are a YouTuber, I've actually watched some posts on YouTube. Honestly, no. Come on, guys. Come on. You need to soften the anger. You need to, come on. You need to calm down. There's a lot going on YouTube. You understand? I will try see if I can put some of the links. See, honestly, I don't want to even share some of those content, those hates content, actually promoting hate. I don't want to be in the business of doing that. My job is the business of actually pushing Nigerian content forward. Okay, so it says here, it said, please use your outlet to tell Nigerian YouTubers to stop fanning the flames of hate, right, and controversy by tribalizing and sensationalizing diasporic events. Two things I'm just going to highlight here. Tribalizing issues. Nigerians are very good at doing that. Nigerians are very, very good at doing that. Tribalizing every single issues. You want to bring in elements of tribalism. You want to bring in elements of, because it's Hausa, they are the one doing it. Oh, it's Igbos, they are the one doing it. Oh, it's the Edos, they are the one doing prostitution. The Igbos, they are the one doing fraud. The Yorubas, they are the one doing drugs. Come on. Let's call it spade a spade. Let's be very objective if we are analyzing issues happening around the world, happening in the diasporic world around the world. Let's not sensationalize it. Let's not bring in elements of tribalism. Let's be very objective when reporting these issues, when posting content on these issues. You understand? Okay, let me just quickly carry on. It says here, it says to stop tribalizing and sensationalizing diasporic events. Nigeria is a great and powerful, well-respected country. There is so much going on for Nigeria, which is quite correct. There is so much going on for us right now. There's so much going on for Nigeria right now. He said, there is so much to celebrate. Nigeria is a great country. That's a nice way to stop. So much to celebrate. Nigeria is a great country. That is a nice way to